Welcome, Agile friends. My name is Michael Dougherty. We have a full week of keynotes and sessions planned for you at the 2024 Product Owner Summit. And you can check those out at productownersummit.org. I am your host of the cross-functional track, where I will have some great talks for you with my other host, not here right now, Pete Oliver Kruger, such as Leading with Moral Authority with Nicole Durr, Building Great Product Roadmaps, The Missing Link with Craig Smith. But right now, I'm hosting this session with our most excellent speakers, Jan Schneider and Nils Hyoma. Nils will cover his Backlog Refinement Card game, showcasing it with Jan Schneider, who helped develop the game. Nils has spent plenty of time refining the professional game with the help of AI, artificial intelligence, and the results are visibly impressive. I got to admit, I've been impressed by it, although I haven't tried it myself. So welcome, Jans and Neil.
Thank you, Michael, for having us.
Thank you, Michael. Happy to be here.
Okay. Nils and Jan, you are the rock stars within the Agile community and show creativity with your Backlog Refinement game. Can you tell us briefly about yourself, what you do, and how you came to get into this line of work?
Well, as you speak about creativity, I did study design in southern Germany, and I'm currently working also as a designer in the company called Futures. And now I'm working also in the agile field because I noticed that working in a team is really the best outcome is created in a team. If you focus all together, if you join the forces. And that's why I'm also here, because Niels asked me to join the forces.
Yeah, I really like to collaborate with Jan because he has a UI background and I have background as developer. So after studied communication science and computer science at the university in Hamburg and Hiroshima, I started as developer and I felt something is missing. I have a team sport background, and then I figured out agility is the thing for me because I'm getting energy if my teams is succeeding and we're making customer and clients and stakeholders happy.
Wow. All right. Fantastic. Great backgrounds. And your card game, I mean, that's something novel. And what would you explain what drove you to create this card game?
Yeah, so before COVID hits us, I was working in a domain at a great, bigger northern German city and working for one airport. And we started there to work there with an empty backlog, which is kind of like strange. And the product owner was managing director of the ground handling service, and he was head of 1,500 people. So he wasn't able to write us any user stories or requirements. But since I was there with my team on site, this challenge was really nice because we learned a lot.
But Niels, it sounds like a big challenge. How did you manage it? How did you master and overcome?
So we had to gain a lot of domain knowledge, and I learned agility is not only working with Scrum or working with story points. It's about collaborating and making your work and your ideas visible. So I generated some images about the setup there, where we, for example, can see that we had to do some job shadowing because we had the empty backlog. We had to know how the people were working there. So we had to join, for example, the baggage loading groups. And when we joined them and I climbed into the airport, not in the airport, into the plane, and I was loading the 32 kilo luggage things, it's not only that I learned how the people are working, I was getting kind of like credibility. And if I met the workers, there was kind of like real talk. So for example, I figured out the loading groups of 6 people were split up into loading group of 3 people, and they never told to their dispatchers that they were working there. So we were able to create really valuable software with like getting in touch with the users. in the middle, you can see an image. This is an airside bus. So I did some job shadowing with my team. So we get to know the processes, and even like technically on the upper right side, you can see how we were checking with other technical people, how other systems are working. So we had kind of like the full value stream, because there you can see the gate. If somebody was hitting the gate button to order an airside bus, then something popped or should pop up in our system. And when we developed something, or we thought we developed the right thing, then we went to the dispatcher office, and this is how Midjourney imagined it. It actually was not so beautiful as it's here on the lower right side. Then we kind of like synchronized the systems and got immediately feedback if the things are working how they should working. And this led to kind of like nice sprint reviews. This is how the AI imagined the sprint review. Of course, this was not as beautiful and not as much people here, but we adapted a little bit, and we did, for example, 3 sprint reviews every sprint, because the workers were working in the shift. We wanted to give everybody the possibility to be in the sprint review, to see our software, to show them our backlog, and to adapt. And based on all this, our backlog refinement here on the right side was pretty easy, because we all had so much domain knowledge. We know who to ask. So kind of like we check the backlog items. We ask the product owner if it's okay to implement it, if the priority is okay, and if there were some gaps, we just close the gaps with asking the right people, showcasing it to the right people, or splitting it up. And that was pretty easy.
I must say that this Lean UX really hands-on, right?
Yeah.
So you really took some fast decisions there.